Hey guys, Blood Rusher here. We're going to do a quick run through a couple jobs here with my recon guy to keep him going. I think I'm leaning more towards recon than anything else, but we're just going to check it out to be sure. Just because he has a decoy, he has a submachine gun, and he has an assault sniper rifle, which is more versatile than the other guy's weapons so far. The Dreadnought class is awesome, but I don't really see me being able to use the Dreadnought class effectively as the game goes on. The thing that I don't like the most is he just wastes ammo and slows it down. I might still check him out because Dreadnought is usually my favorite class. Titan, massive weapon. So I might still check him out. Cool thing about this game is you're not locked into a character at all. You can switch your battle frame anytime depending on the mission. Or anything. You can just change it just for the hell of it. So we'll do a couple jobs here while we're on. We have the chance. Okay, let's go to our job board here. I think as many times as I've been to it, I would know where it is, but all the cities kind of look the same, so the job board is different depending on your level too. So we'll go do another job here. Okay. Rana recover.
Ares 35, this is
Sounds
Accord Command. We've got an assignment for you. Should be routine. 35, rendezvous with the Accord medical officer in the field. She'll have the latest orders for you.
We'll be right there, Commander.
Meet Accord medical officer. Cool. Now I will still try out my biotech and my engineer, but as far as that goes, I'd like to mess around with the recon guy because he seems pretty cool right now. And I'm a level 3 with my recon guy. I'm trying to hope to level him up. Maybe with the digital starter pack. I'm thinking about getting a digital starter pack to get better, to get the other battle frames.
Good to see you, 35.
Maybe I can get a
the
second
majority
character.
of Accord personnel engaged with anti-chosen ops at the front. You Ares teams
That way
are
I can
becoming
play the game as
indispensable.
this one,
One of
and
our
then
medical couriers
one
got
that you
ambushed by
guys
a swarm
choose.
of Iranas earlier today. She made it out okay, but had to drop her package in order to do so. We need you to recover it.
No problem. I
Okay.
received the coordinates. We'll take care of this.
Give me a
Thanks.
second, guys.
Our
I'm gonna
wounded
check
troops
something
need
out
those
here.
medical supplies badly. Don't delay.
Don't
Roger
delay,
that.
he
We'll
says.
see you soon.
Yeah, don't delay.
Boss, just head for the waypoint. This job shouldn't be too complicated. I hope those medical supplies are okay, though. Medicine is in short supply these days, even for the Accord.
I thought the menu paused the game, but apparently not. Kill Arana until you find the medical supplies. Must be bugs. The bugs must be Arana. Let me change my camera. Oh. Shithead. Bug snuck up on me. Hey now. Oh, he dropped a crystal. Gotta collect that crystal, man. That shit's currency. I don't know what it does yet. Well, I know what it does, but haven't found anything useful other than ammo and health, and ammo and health is always useful. But so far I've been able to go back to the base to get ammo and health. I guess maybe in the harder missions you can buy it from NPCs. Looks like they all ran away. Maybe I can get them to come back.
Ouch.
Ouch, what are you saying ouch about? Oh. Come on, shithead bugs. Oh, it's a bad thing about seeing through stuff. Yeah, how you like them apples, bitch? Having a decoy kicks ass. Come on, punk. Okay.
Well, we salvaged what was left of those supplies. Unfortunately, it's only a small portion of the original shipment.
35, I've got good news. Area scans indicate that the Aranas broke the supplies into multiple parts and transported
Good
them
thing
to
about this
different
game is
locations.
you don't
Might be
need
able to save most
to
of this
pay
shipment
money
yet. Sending you
to
the
be good
closest
at this
location
game.
now.
That's always a plus. I was just playing another game that I downloaded on Steam. I'm not going to mention its name right now because I don't remember, honestly. But obviously I was getting my butt kicked on a team deathmatch version of the game because I was level 1, first of all, and I didn't pay any money to buy guns and weapons. Now, it's one thing people like about free-to-play games is it's free-to-play and you can win no matter what. Now, if you're sitting there and you're playing a free-to-play game and there is downloadable content that you have to pay for, it's not fun when everybody else has the downloadable content and they've paid money, because you're the only guy in there that hasn't paid money. You just want to test the game out before you put any money into it. You're sitting there, you're getting your butt kicked, and you're like, why do I want to play this game? Yeah, it may take practice, but unless you put $50 into a free-to-play game, and usually the free-to-play games are indie titles anyway. I mean, there's some good ones like this one. Okay, this, I don't remember the game designer of this game just because I jumped in it real quick, but the other one was like a Japanese game that they dubbed subtitles into English. My character, even with it dubbed, my character was still speaking Japanese. I don't know if that was what it was supposed to do or to make the character more conformal, to make it look more authentic, because it was like you have guns and swords. Well, they had swords for some reason. I was a cowboy and I was a Japanese speaking cowboy with a cowboy hat and a whip. Everybody else has swords, and the whip is really slow. These guys were coming in with dual katanas, whooping my butt because they hit you once with the sword and you can't move. I hit them once with the whip and they're just like, what the hell was that? Didn't do any damage, didn't do anything. I leveled up, and all it wanted to do was level up my whip, which didn't make it any stronger. It just made it, actually it made it slower, I think. Like, I got one more hit point of damage, but it slowed it down, so you're not really gaining a hit point when your whip speed goes down slower. You're actually losing hit points per second, and that's not any fun. That's just crap. But anyway, on the end of my rant on that game, I think it's called Gun Z or something. It was a lower meta scored game, so I should have known by that, but still. Sometimes, like, I remember when Dark Souls for PS3 came out, or Demon Souls, I'm sorry. Demon Souls first came out, nobody knew about it, everybody thought it sucked. I played it, I bought it brand new, I thought that game was amazing. For the longest time, they weren't going to make a sequel to it.
Sending you the next
And
location.
it was like an underground game that made it big. And once Demon Souls made it big on the underground market, people started playing it.
Copy that. We're on our way
Then
to the next location.
they made a sequel. It's not really a sequel, but they made another series, and they called it Dark Souls. Dark Souls, same basis as Demon Souls. Everything's a little bit better than Demon Souls, but I still like the original Demon Souls. It was the beginning game, and it's still, to this day, is a great game. But if you think Dark Souls was hard, you should play Demon Souls. Everybody I talked to in my area said, oh, that game sucks, it's so hard, can't beat it. And I had beat it 10 times over. And I was like, really? I just thought it takes patience and continuous work. That's a good thing. I like games like that. Sometimes games take patience. They take doing the same level over and over again to get the experience points, to get yourself to level up. And that's what people didn't understand. They just wanted to play it straight through like it was like a fighting game or something. It wasn't a fighting game though. It was a badass game. It was before its time. Nobody understood it. Now look at their franchise with Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is an amazing game, and it is mainstream now, and everybody who's anybody likes Dark Souls 2. If you like any kind of sword play, shield play, beat 'em up boss fights, Dark Souls 2 is like one of the best games out there right now. And they just recently added DLC, which I know they're not done, not by a long shot. They're going to add so much more DLC. If they don't, then they'll make another franchise. They'll call it something different, or they'll make a Dark Souls 3. The popularity of that game alone makes me think they're going to make a Dark Souls 3. But, like I said, Demon Souls started it all. There's a person that I used to watch on here that was playing Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls, the first one. Then they were doing awesome on Dark Souls 2. They got on Demon Souls, couldn't figure it out. Got their ass kicked multiple times. It's funny, I tried to help them and they didn't understand what I was trying to say. I was like, you have to do this to get this. And they were like, what? How does that work? I said, this game, you pretty much have to repeat the same levels over and over again, just like Dark Souls, to level up. Now the problem with Demon Souls was, it was a little more tedious. You had to work a lot longer to get the level up. The souls did a lot less. You got less souls from enemies than in Dark Souls. Still the same thing though. Like, if you kept the great souls and all those, you can make weapons out of them, like the boss souls. The weapons. Oh shit! I ran out of ammo. The weapons in Demon Souls were awesome. They weren't like as great as the ones in Dark Souls. Still about the basic same weapons as Dark Souls. They were a little bit different. One of my best weapons was just a regular high quality short or long sword. Just because it was so fast and the shield break on it was low, but because it was so fast and it took so little stamina, you could break somebody's shield with 3 hits. If you constantly hit them, you could break their shield. Now back then, the halberd and Demon Souls was amazing because you could put it in 2 hands and hit the people until they got stunned. Then, once you stunned them, you broke their guard. They couldn't block anymore because their whole stamina bar was gone. And the critical hits were amazing. You know how the critical hit gauge works. The parry and the critical hit, they had all that back then. And it was much more difficult because people didn't understand it in Demon Souls.
Come on and meet me in Copa so you can hand off the medical supplies.
But that's the end of the rant for that. Great game though. Great game series. I'm also looking forward to Dragon Age Inquisition for the PS4. I can't wait till that comes out. I liked the first one. The second one, I liked the second one. The story was a little better. Your characters talked better. But everybody said they didn't like the gameplay. It wasn't open world. You had objectives instead of just going out and exploring like you did in Origins. Origins was okay. The graphics weren't that strong. Had a good solid story, but character play was a little weird. Your guy just stood there and he was like this. Say I wanted to talk. He did facial expressions instead of talking. In the second one, you picked what you wanted to say, and your guy would say it, and then you would gauge the reactions of the other players. In the first one, your guy just acted like he said it, and then their reactions would come out. I guess it was a lot more interactive in the second one. But third one, Inquisition, looks amazing. I mean, I guess it would. Next generation consoles. So, give it a good look at when it comes out here on PS4. Also, like always, look forward to the pre-sequel to Borderlands. Because Handsome Jack in Borderlands 2 is an amazing enemy. He's an amazing boss. He just makes that game all around fun, funny, and hilarious to play. He's like the bad guy that you love to love and you love to hate at the same time. He's funny, he's hilarious, his little skits make you laugh, and then he just becomes such an ass. By the end of the game, you want to kill him. And I like games like that, where the bosses are so relatable and so sadistic, just in everything they do. They do these mental gymnastics in their head that make you think they're telling you that they're the good guy the whole time, when you know from the beginning you're the good guy.
35, you've saved a
You
lot
might
of
not
lives
do it
today.
the best
Keep
way,
forward
but
as
you
forever
end
free.
up becoming the good guy by killing him. And he thought he was the good guy the whole time just because of the way he acted. There we go, got another. I guess this would be the ninja class, kinda. I just got something that looks like a smoke bomb. Oh, smoke bomb grenade. I hit that bug and it did like 2/3 damage to him. 2/3 of his health bar disappeared. Of course, these are lower level guys. Some dude on a motorcycle just hit me. Okay, let's go back to our job board here. Wow, where did it go? There it is. We'll do another job. Shoot a couple of these bugs for these guys while I'm running by. They're lower level guys, but I mean they're level 2 and 3s, and these bugs are level 1s. Most of these guys here should be level 1, so I'll shoot a couple, thin out the herd for them. Get some damage down for them while I'm running by. My son just tried to eat cardboard. A little goofy kid. He's into everything. I'll get it in a minute. I'll get off in there in a minute. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off here. Gotta do some cleanup. Remember, if you're on YouTube, to rate, comment, and subscribe. The next thing that I'll be doing will be continuing my jobs for my assault class.